Guys, because Sara kicked Brent to the curb, tonight Maddie and I are kicking the guys to the curb. So stay tuned for Lindsay Lohan Beach Club on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Finally, we have some serious drama that we've been waiting for weeks. And because of it, just like Sara kicked Brent to the curb, we kicked the guys to the curb. We are here, all girls panel.
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally.
Yes.
Just us. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, finally.
I'm Maddie. I'm happy to be
Yes.
back. I can't wait to talk about Brent and all the other stuff that's happening.
Yes, and I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me in the live chat right now, and we have some people, so join us, guys. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's episode. We'll have some questions for you, but we're always in the live chat with you guys, so thanks for joining us. So today, we finally get a drama-packed episode, I feel like. How did you feel, just like overall, about this episode?
Well, I mean, I didn't expect that Brent and Sara would ever break up because they were so in love. But it happened, and, you know, there was the yacht party. There was tons of stuff that happened. I can't wait to talk about it more. Sara moved her stuff out of his closet.
Yeah. Yes, let's get right into single Sara. Single Sara is a thing now because, like, the weird thing about this all that I found weird, I guess, is that Sara and Brent broke up, but it was like so low key, I feel like, because I didn't know for sure what was happening. Because last episode, Brent kind of ignored her when his friends came.
Oh, he totally ignored her.
And it's like, okay, whatever. I thought that it was just a fight, but we start this episode and she's like removing all of her stuff out of his room.
And I think it was Janita was
Yeah.
like, how many times am I going to do this?
Yeah.
But then she said, okay, I think this is it.
Right.
Thank God.
So what do you think? Do you think this is it?
It's hard because now I've seen the preview of next episode. So I'm like, okay, well, Sara might not end up with Billy. I think for the most part, maybe they'll reunite at the end. Who knows? But she just had it. You know, he's done it so many times. So she's like, well, now she's having fun too, finally.
Yeah. And I just had this idea that they were still together, even like to this day. So I was surprised, but she's gone back and forth before. So I'm just like waiting for her to go back to Brent.
Well, I mean, when we had him on here and interviewed him, he described her as beautiful. Remember, we were doing the one word things, and he said, yeah, she's beautiful. So obviously they're on civil terms, at least, right now.
Right. So I don't know.
Maybe
I
they
don't
make
know.
up.
I hope that it's it for her and him, but just because of everything that's happened before, I'm like waiting for her to go back to him.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I like single Sara, though.
So do I.
Yeah.
She's so much fun, right?
I think after this episode, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because now she's like, okay, I'm going to make out with this person and make out with this person. Not saying that's like going to make me love someone.
Right.
But she's funny and she's like causing, you know, not drama, but she's causing a stir a little bit, but it's like all in good fun.
Right.
So it's nice to see.
I'm so glad you said that because I did like one thing that she said. She's like, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm not looking for anything serious. And like, if I want to go out and like make out with people and like, if I just own it, like, why does it matter? Guys do it all the time. Why can't girls? And that is something that goes on in society. So I was happy that she said that. And I agree. I like her more now than I did before.
Yeah. I mean, if he was going around making out with people, and he kind of did, he brought that up when we were watching it, because he made out with the VIP host or whatever. She would be like, oh, you know, he's making out with girls, and people would just be like, whatever. But I feel like no one's giving her a hard time for making out with people, but I really like seeing the tables turn, because you would think he'd be the one going out and making out with all these girls, trying to make her jealous. But I don't even think she's trying to make him jealous. She's just like, you suck. Yeah. I'm having fun.
So while single Sara is moving her stuff out, the house is kind of like talking about what's going on. And Billy is looking forward. He's always been looking forward, I guess, to the breakup. Because he's always had a thing for Sara, which we knew. I've always liked Billy in the past. I don't know what to think of him anymore. What do you think of him and like how he's handling the situation?
I think he's cute, but I feel like he has another agenda. Like, I feel like he's just trying to piss Brent off.
Yeah.
Like, I think he thinks she's hot and whatever, but there's something a little skeezy, I think, behind him. And I think that it's because of that preview of the next episode.
Yeah,
I think he's just like, okay, yeah,
Dang, Billy.
I want to hook up with this girl I thought was good looking.
Yeah.
I don't think he really genuinely liked her, and I don't even know if Brent genuinely liked her.
Exactly.
So.
At the same time, I'm like thinking, well, Sarah's like, I just want to have fun. I don't want anything serious, so she can't really get upset.
Yeah.
We have some people in the live chat. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We have Meg Blue Shift Eyes in the chat. And says Sarah seems kind of like one of those friends who is great when she's single, and whenever she's in a relationship, she'll ditch all of her friends and make awful decisions.
I've been there. Well, not make awful decisions, but you're like kind of different.
Yeah.
Not saying that's what I am now, but in the past, maybe I can resonate with that for sure.
Yeah, I actually agree with Meg on this because it's basically what she did. Like when she was with Brent, she just kind of was with Brent, and same with him, and that's why he has no friends, I guess. So
I know. She was all he had, and he messed it up.
So just like we love single Sarah, we also love you guys. So we have a special message for you guys before we go on to
Yes, we do. Thank you so much for being in the live chat, guys. We really appreciate it. Before we move on to our next topic, we just wanted to say thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, I know some of you are, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. If you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating.
Yes.
No matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation, like right now in the live chat. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us. We truly appreciate you supporting us and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows. Thanks so much, guys.
Yes, really, thank you so much for joining us in the live chat, because we have had so many great people joining us in the live chat and like spreading shade and like insider information that we love to know. So thank you guys.
We couldn't do it without you.
Yes, exactly. So just like we can't do without you guys, Panos couldn't do without his brand ambassadors, because they have a new VIP guest coming in, this Enrique guy.
Very VIP, apparently.
Yes.
Panos used to party with him around Europe. He was saying, this guy seems cool. I want to party with him.
Yeah, totally. So he puts Mike, Alex, Aristotle, and Gabby all together to take care of Enrique.
Yeah, that's a good crew.
Yeah, I think it's a good crew too.
Those are like my favorite guys, I think, at this point. Like they're all just kind of really fun and chill. I love Aristotle.
I know, so do I.
Yeah.
I love him too. Yeah. I mean, I love Mike too, and I love Alex. So and I love Gabby too. So I think it's a good mix of people. This part of the episode was kind of like, nothing's really going on. Aside from Brent is like sitting around the beach club, just like moping.
Of
like,
course.
Like he's this great worker, and he's going to teach everybody all this stuff. But like he has like one personal issue come up that he created.
Yeah.
And he can't work that day. He wants to like mope around.
Oh, Brent. It's like he has so much potential work-wise, and he's just ruining it for himself with all this drama. So
this is exactly what Panos and Lindsay were afraid of.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what's happening.
Well, I guess it's kind of good for them because it gets, the show drama going.
Right.
And they don't want to fire him because he brings in the most money. That's what Panos was saying.
Right.
So that's tough.
So while this is all going on, he's like in his confessional, like talking about Billy. He says, Billy's a good looking dude. He looks like a turtle. And then he's like, no, I can't say that. It's like for somebody who had got bullied like growing up, you think you'd have like a little bit of a heart for people.
I can't remember if it's Lindsay or Panos that says, I know, like he's a bully because he got bullied.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
But, it's so funny. It's like, it reminds me so much of when a girl is jealous of another girl and she calls her a name.
Right.
And she's like, well, she's not that pretty. She looks like this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's just, as soon as I saw that, I was like, he's so insecure.
Yeah.
Like, he's just going to call him a turtle and be like, oh, I shouldn't say that. But it's like, he obviously meant it so that you would seem better because he's trying to make him look like not as good as Brent. I don't know.
So that was great. So while all this is going on, we find out Lindsay decides she knows all this is going on with Brent. And she's like, instead of talking to him, because I don't really have time for that, I'm going to send them all out on this yacht day. And
must be nice.
Yeah. And hopefully they'll come back a team.
Yeah. No, that didn't happen.
Yeah. So I don't know, like, what kind of science goes in or, like, statistic goes into, like, let's just send everybody on a yacht and maybe they'll turn into a team. But I didn't think that was a great idea. No one's addressing basically any issues, right?
I think that any normal person who was there to have a good time and, you know, is partying and drinking and they're in the sun and whatever, and they're on a yacht with Lindsay Lohan, like, everyone would have a fun time. But of course, Brent is in a bunk bed in a little tiny, it looks like a closet. I was like, wait, there must be like a master suite in this yacht. Why are you in a bunk bed, like curled up in a corner? Like, I'm pretty sure before, was it Janita who went in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, before she came in, I'm pretty sure the door was shut too.
Yeah.
He's like in a little tiny cubby. Like, did they not allow him in the master bedroom of the yacht?
Yeah, I agree. So one thing Lindsay said is, like, you know, I want people to have fun while they're working here. Like, they have to work, but they, you know, I want them to have fun, and I want them to see what, like, the perks, I guess, that she could give to them if they work for her, which is cool, I guess. I don't know. But for the most part, it did bring them together as a team. Everybody was having a great time, like swimming and jumping and off the boat and everything else. But Brent, again, moping around, sleeping in a closet. It's like,
yeah.
what do we do with this guy?
I thought he was gonna jump off the boat, like he's, because Janita's like, he goes to her, oh, maybe I should just jump off the boat, and she's like, well, maybe you should, because she's all drunk and whatever. He got up, and I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna like walk the plank and jump off the boat.
Yeah. So first we see Janita and Sara. They're having like this little toast at the front of the yacht together because Janita's so happy that single Sarah's back. She makes this comment. She's like, on this YOT, we have a PLOT. Did you notice that?
Yeah, but what does that mean?
I think she's trying to spell yacht, but I hope she's joking and just
okay, yeah, well,
and I hope she's just spelling it like the way plot's spelled. But I literally rewound it like 5 times and I was like, wait,
like, what
did
does that
she
mean?
just spell yacht YOT? Or maybe it's something I don't know. So if it is something else, please tell me. But I was like, girl, that's not how you spell yacht. And then they had to put their pinkies up while they're drinking because they're classy.
Yeah, they're the classiest people. They have to do that.
Totally. Then another part that I thought was really interesting during that was the 4 girls went inside and they had a toast and they're like, we're the final 4. And then I started thinking about like people getting kicked off, and there is this weird pattern around women on the show. Okay, so Jules gets kicked off for basically no reason at all.
Yeah.
May got kicked off and got rehired back on. Janita could have got kicked off because she hit somebody. Gabby literally almost got kicked off the first day for just acting like a fool.
Yeah.
And then Sara has been in hot water here or there because of her relationship with Brent. And then Kayla got kicked off. There's like all this drama with the girls and their position, but really we don't see any guys getting any like reprimanded for really anything, or I don't see any of them in hot water for anything.
Yeah, I know. Well, at the end, we'll talk about it. At the end, it was finally nice to see Panos kind of sitting all the guys down and they were just going at it with each other. Because I feel like guys are like, oh, I don't want the drama. And they just kind of run away from it. And, but yeah, you're right. With the girls, it's like they're being targeted a little bit. And I don't know if that has to do with like Lindsay.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Jealous, because she didn't really have reason to get mad at people at times. So.
I agree. Yeah, so it's just weird. I thought that was weird. And they had that little toast for each other. In the meantime, Alex is there, and he's like questioning if this brand is the right fit for him.
Yeah. I just like him. He's cute and he's fun.
I love him.
I don't blame him because he's like, okay, we have someone like Brent who's so opposite of me and all this drama, and maybe I don't want to see him go though. I don't think he will. He's just kind of like, I'm over this drama. I'm here to work. I'm here to be on a yacht.
Right. And
I'm here to have fun.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And I think the yacht did help for this reason, because he was questioning at the beginning, and then by the end of the yacht trip, he like opened up and was like making out with Sara and just like having fun.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only he wasn't gay, I would say they should get together.
Yes, I know. I love him. So everybody's partying. Brent, he's still, you know, all upset, moping around. Billy and Sara start talking about their relationship, I guess. And in the end, what we've been waiting for like ever is Billy kisses Sara.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. I mean, I think Billy's cute. I'm not like his #1 fan. I think that's good for Sara, and it's so good that Brent knew about it.
Yeah.
Because now it's just puts him a little bit in his place, so he's not so cocky, being like, you know what, she's gonna run back to me, and she needs me. And something actually that bothered me was when he came on, or they went on the yacht, and he was like, I'm stuck on this yacht with all these losers. Like, he just thinks he's better, obviously. And then it's like his ex, I guess, because apparently they dated. Like, not really, though.
Yeah.
And then she ends up making out and hooking up with this guy who thinks, like, he thinks is a loser. So it's kind of funny to see him put in his place. And then he's the sore loser in the end, because he's like cooped up in a little bunk bed at the end of it.
It's like, I do feel for him to some extent. Like, it would be sad if like you had no friends, right? In a group of 10 people that you live with, you have 0 friends, then you go on this boat and your ex or whatever makes out with this guy, and everybody's like cheering and screaming and like freaking out, because clearly everybody's happy. But then don't you like reflect for a minute, like, why is this happening to me? Maybe I'm an asshole. I mean, he knows that, right? Like, he said to us, and I feel like he said it on the show, you know, he came in thinking he was going to be with these people that worked the best of the best in this industry, and he feels like he came in and he's the only one, and everybody else is so inexperienced, and he's so much better than everybody. But the thing is like, why didn't he have like a better mentality about it? Like, I'm going to help these people be better, instead of just like, oh, I'm on this boat with a bunch of losers. And
well, he can think it, but why does he keep saying it to their face and out loud?
Yeah.
What does he expect them all to like come begging for his like attention and for him to like them?
Right.
Like, he just thinks that they're all going to be nice to him and want to be his friend, like he's the cool guy or something, and they're like, no, you can't like call us names and be mean to us.
I'm glad you brought that up, because Kyle did go to him when he was moping on the front of the boat and basically said like, come on, let's hang out. And we see next episode too that he's gonna kind of reach out to Brent again, because he feels bad for him. I mean, whatever, Kyle, that's so nice of you to do this, but Brent like totally blows him off.
He's had many chances to like redeem himself. Maybe he was drunk one night, maybe he just got in a fight with someone and called them a name, but it just keeps happening, so everyone's like, okay, whatever, go hang out in your bunk.
Well, that's the thing.
Party.
Why is he not giving these guys a chance?
I don't know. It's not like he's like the king of, I don't know.
Yeah, like
of Mykonos. He's literally in the same boat. He's a bartender, great one, I'm sure, VIP guy from Vegas, and a lot of them are sort of the same. And it doesn't even matter if they're not in Vegas and they're in West Hollywood. They're all there to like work and have fun. I don't know why he thinks he's like here.
Exactly. Like, so you can't hang out or be friends with people that don't work at the same level as you, if that's what you believe, or like don't work the same job. You know what I mean? Like, what if you have a friend that works as a waitress somewhere? Like, can you not be friends with them because they're below you or something? Because
I'd like to see who his real friends are in real life.
Even his mom was like, get off the phone, just move on, Brent.
It's long distance, it's costing a fortune.
Exactly. So after the kiss, Brent is literally having like a breakdown. He says, I'm stuck on a boat about to have an emotional breakdown. That's what he says.
Yeah, he's like, I would rather be anywhere else. I'm like, you're on a yacht in the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Just get out there and start swimming, or
just like drink some beers, take some shots, have some fun with the guys, and like move on, like your mom said. I don't know why he's so bothered by this. So all of this time he's been such an ass to Sara, and now he's upset about it. He's having a breakdown because of this, but he's been acting. I just don't see, like, this doesn't add up to me.
Yeah. I think that he just has no one now, and he's like just expecting, like, he thought he could walk all over her because she was way too nice to him.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow, I really have no one now.
Yeah.
And do we think he was really drunk on the yacht and that's why he like overreacted? I have no idea.
He did say, like, I know I'm being over dramatic, because he goes to production and he basically says, like, I'm done. As soon as I get back, like, I'm going to pack my stuff up and leave because, like, I'm about to have a breakdown. So maybe he was. He said I'm being dramatic, but I didn't think he was. He didn't seem like it to me.
Yeah. I think that he can't take rejection and like people kind of being against him. Like, he could have went out there and said, like, I'm sorry guys for being, mean or whatever. And
right?
Like, he would never do that, but
no, but seriously, he could have just went out and just been like, hey guys, like, let's just start over. I've been a huge ass.
And like, let's drink, let's have fun. Yeah. And then he didn't even have to talk to Sara. He could have said it to everyone else and they would have had a good day.
So he goes and he's in the little closet bed on the bottom bunk, and Janita comes in after Sara makes out then with Alex, because Alex has nobody to make out with. So I love Alex. And Janita gives him some real talk. From the top bunk, looking down at him, he's looking up in the closet.
Well, she seemed pretty drunk. And I love how, like, she didn't even just talk to him in the doorway. She just climbs up, like, in her thong, basically, bikini, and, like, is rolling around. And he's like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. And he's like,
oh my God. It was so great. But I love Janita because she does give him real talk, and and he needed it. Oh, Mike's joining us in the live chat. Mike, what's up? We miss you. Mike, our co-host Mike, that we kicked to the curb.
What is he saying?
He said he misses us. We don't miss you. We kicked you out of here.
We want to know what he thinks about this whole Brent
what do you think about
situation?
The whole Brent and his almost mental breakdown.
In the bunk bed.
Yeah, so while the bunk bed thing's going on, Brent like doesn't want to hear any of this real talk Janita has for him.
He's in denial.
So he's like, literally stop, or like, I'm going to jump off the boat. Janita's like, please jump off the boat. I was like, please, seriously, jump off the boat.
I thought he would.
I thought he was going to, too.
Well, weren't they parked at that point?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe he'll just jump off to be dramatic and just to, like, get Sarah's attention, and then she'll be like, okay, what's good?
And then she'll be like, can we get out of here, like, right now?
Yeah, he was probably scared that if he jumped off, they actually would leave him there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, yeah. Nothing from Mike yet, so maybe he's not on Brent's side anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know how you can be at this point.
Yeah, just this episode was not the best for Brent.
Yeah, so after the yacht, they get off. Brent is, like, on a mission to pack his stuff up and leave. He, like, cuts Alex off, and he's like, I need to get in the house, like, right now. Goes straight to his room, doesn't say anything to anybody, puts the suitcase on the bed and starts packing up. So
hasn't he done this before? Like, he always goes to his room in, like, a panic and then, like, packs things up, or he packs Sarah's things up and throws them. It's like, that's his move. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to get your stuff or my stuff out of here to make, like, a point to everyone. Yeah.
So Sarah's like, I don't even want to look at him because if I look at him, then I'll feel bad for him. Which I'm like, girl, come on.
Oh, then the next time he looks at her,
I know. So what are you just going to be back like on the whole time, like not looking at him? Yeah, so that's why I think she has a weak spot for him. So he starts packing. Everybody in the house is talking about it. And he goes out to talk to another person from production who must not have been on the boat.
Yeah.
Because she's like, what happened? And he's like, Sara kissed Billy.
But, like, why would production care? It's not their problem. They're not telling you,
in
hey,
their
we
head, they were like,
person.
hell yes, this is awesome. But,
good for the views and the ratings. Yeah.
But basically, he's like, so I can't take it. I'm going to have a mental breakdown. I want to leave. And she's like, think about the big picture. And so he's like, I need to call my mom.
Yeah, well, while he has, like, a huge bottle of wine next to him. I'm like, Okay. But yeah, I mean, his mom's a sweetheart, but she was just like, you're in, like, she didn't actually say this, but you could tell. She's like, you're calling me off a show and you're in Mykonos. And he goes, this girl I told you about in the beginning. And she was like,
what, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. And she's like it's
seriously.
not like you have been, it's not a serious relationship.
Right.
So she's like, just like, do your thing.
But the one thing that he keeps saying, which I was like, what is he talking about all day, was he was like, Mom, I gave her the one thing I've never given anybody.
A piece of him.
I've given her a piece of me that
yeah.
I've never given to anybody. What is he talking about?
What does that mean? Like a piece of his heart?
Yeah. Like, you've never been in love before, and you're in love with Sara after, like, you guys haven't even been there like a month, I don't think, at this point. Because I saw it was like day 24 or something. I don't know if this yacht day was then, but like, you've been there for a month.
I don't know how you can make out with like, he made out with that VIP host and like he just gets mad at her all the time. How is that giving someone a piece of you?
So you brought up a good point. Because Brent said to production, I'll call you this and that and all these names and tell you you're ugly, but I'll never make out with somebody.
Right. Yeah. And then I asked you, I said, okay, so what's worse, hooking up with someone else or calling someone names?
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't know.
So that made me think, because it's like, well, I mean, the name calling is terrible, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's like borderline, like, abusive.
It is abusive.
Yeah. At the same time, like, she's not dating you anymore. So, like, why do you care that she made out with? Well, I mean, I get you didn't want to break up, but, like, it was you that caused this problem.
Right. Yeah. And he didn't get it either, because he's like, I ignored her for one night. I'm like, you can't just ignore someone for an entire
when
night.
Your friends are there.
And another girl that we still don't know what she looks like.
And you made out with Natasha, the VIP guest.
Yeah.
So, like, and you guys weren't together then. You're not together now. So why does it matter?
I wonder what would happen if Sara started calling him names.
Yeah.
And the tables turned.
The weird thing is, Brent can definitely dish it out and, like, say anything to anybody and do anything to anybody and is not bothered by it. But if anybody turns on him at all, like, he cannot handle it.
He can't, he can dish it, he can't take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his mom's, like, probably, like, on the phone, muting it, like, rolling her eyes, like, just come on, kid. And she's like, move on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I wonder if he will get with someone else, though. Like, if he'll start actually dating someone else. Like, I feel like he's going to find a local or something, because everyone in the house doesn't like him. Yeah. So he'll find some, like, hot Greek girl, and maybe she'll be like, cool, I want to be on the Lindsay Lohan show.
So I don't know what exactly happened on that phone call, aside from her telling him to move on. But he must decide to stay, because next thing you know, he's in the house and he sees Panos coming, and they're having, like, a family house meeting.
Yeah.
Panos comes in, which, like, they begin the meeting talking about, like, Brent and Sara. And it's, like, so annoying. Like, everybody in the house must be like, oh my God, like, let's just be done with this. But they start talking about Brent and Sara broke up. And then the best part of this whole house meeting was Panos says something about, Brent, you're causing all these problems. And Mike goes off. And I love Mike for this, because he basically says, you are a bully to everybody who won't say anything back to you. So you're not going to say anything to me. You're not going to say anything to Billy. You're not going to say anything to Janita. You're not going to say anything to Kyle. But you'll say something to May, Gabby, and Aristotle, because they can't give it back.
Sensitive souls.
Exactly.
I just love Aristotle.
I know, so do I.
Yeah.
So he calls him out, and I thought he was pretty accurate on it.
Yeah. No, thank God that happened, though, because it's always the girls having problems with Brent. Yep. And, like, the guys will go into it individually and just kind of be like, oh, I can't deal with this. And then finally all the guys are together. Yeah. And they're like, just stop. You're so annoying. And he's just sulking, sitting there, as always.
Mike also calls him out for acting like he's better than everybody else.
Yes.
Which we were just talking about this. But he basically says, like, you think you're better than everybody else. And Brent admits to it. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. At least he admits it.
I know. That's the only good part. There has to be a positive in this. At least he knows what's going on. So Mike says, like, I want you to say that you're our equal. I don't think they ever really got that out of Brent, but he says something like in the confessional, he's like, I know I'm going to be successful. I don't know about everybody else. He always like has to throw a dig at these people. Like, why are you that concerned about everybody else? Just concern like yourself with yourself.
Well, yeah, he's I don't know if I could. Yeah, I guess he is a little bit of a narcissist.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a narcissist. So then Panos says, okay, can you like just be okay with everybody? And he's like, yeah. He's like, are you sure? He's like, 100%. So.
And then I said, we will see until next episode.
Exactly.
Because he's going to say that in front of like Panos. And
right.
Obviously.
Right.
But I don't know, because I keep wanting to talk about the preview for next episode.
Yeah.
And can I just...
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I'm just going to say it. Because obviously Billy is going to make out with someone else.
Right.
So I'm scared that Sarah's going to run back to Brent.
I know.
And then he's going to... it's just going to inflate his ego so much, and we're going to have to hear about it.
God.
And then everyone's going to get annoyed all over again.
I know.
So it's never going to end.
Yeah, the Brent thing is like while all this is going on, before they come to the house, Panos is on the phone with Lindsay, and like Lindsay has this thing for Brent. Like, I get it because he's good for the show, but like she really likes him. Kayla Martinez is in the live chat, and we were talking about the girls and how they were all in like hot water at some point.
Yeah.
She said if a girl did half the things Brent has done, they would have been fired by Lindsay and Panos by now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is what I'm like, it must just be that he's good for the show. That's why they're keeping him around. Because, like, Lindsay is, like, really loves him. Mm-hmm. And she starts playing that weird music, and I'm just like, what is going on with you today?
Yeah, because I guess no other guy really stirs the pot. Like, I mean, the girls can be catty and whatever, but he's the only one kind of trying to hook up. Well, I guess Billy's now hooking up with Sara. Right. But he's the one that's trying to, stir things up the most.
So we don't have too much time left, but last thing that happens is as Panos is leaving the house, he's on his way out. He goes, oh, and by the way, we can only bring 4 people with us.
Oh, yes. Okay, and then I was asking, is there 9 or 10?
I think there's 9 because it's 5 guys. It's Brent, Mike, Alex, Aristotle, and Billy. Oh, and Kyle. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's 10. Yeah. Because then it's 4 girls. I forgot about the Kyle. Oh, yeah, so 10 people.
Crazy.
So 4 of 10. So my question immediately following that is, who do you think the 4 that will stay will be? I want to see if you have the same people I have.
Oh, I don't want to say Brent.
I know, but it has
it's gonna be him.
Yeah.
I'd like to say Janita.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tough. Maybe Sara. Mm-hmm. Even though it's like.
I know.
And maybe Mike.
Yeah.
I think.
That is literally the exact same 4
really?
I had. Yeah, because I mean, like, it's not going to be May. May, like, already almost got fired.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Gabby because she basically almost got fired as well. Mm-hmm. Alex, Panos right now is questioning Alex.
Yeah.
And saying, like, is he another Jules? Aristotle's very quiet. And then Kyle, also very quiet.
Well, it has to be people that Lindsay likes. And so I feel like it's going to be, like 3 guys.
I'm still missing somebody. I don't even. Oh, and Billy.
And
Billy. So I don't think it's going to be Billy.
No, it won't be Billy, I don't think. 2 girls, 2 guys. Yeah, that makes sense. But Lindsay has to like the girls because I feel like she's definitely on that. Like, she's like, nope, if you're a girl causing issues, you're out. Like, I don't know why she likes Brent, but I guess he's stirring the pot and he's a good worker, so.
And speaking of Brent, Maddie, you have some news that actually our own host, Mike Thieling, shared with us via Twitter regarding Brent.
I do. Okay, so Brent, he uploaded an Instagram, and he is with Nanny.
So this is Nani from the challenge.
Yeah, Nani. Yeah, so they're in bed. So he's hanging out with the people from the challenge now.
So as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh no, because I actually like Nani a lot, and I watched the challenge. I'm a huge challenge fan. I love her this season, and I'm like, girl, come on.
They are clothed. Well, she has her makeup off, and she looks like she's like ready for bed. Is he just like hanging out there with full clothes on?
One of our followers on Twitter, Macho, I can't remember what her name is. She always talks to us on Twitter. She said that Nani and Kayla were together the night before, and I know Nani and Kayla are friends from the challenge, so that's really weird because then like Brent and Kayla are not friends.
They both live in Vegas though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they probably all hang out together.
Oh my gosh, I don't know, but Nani, what are you doing?
What if Brent is on the challenge next?
If Brent is on the challenge next, Johnny Bananas is going to lay into him. So, yeah, just a little bit of news. Okay, next we want to talk about the shadiest moment on this episode, because actually I had a few, so I want to hear what your shadiest moment of this episode is.
Okay, well, I will have to say Brent, obviously, going into his bunk bed. I thought that was the funniest moment, actually. Brent, bunk bed, hiding. I don't know. Can I talk about a funny moment?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny when Mike said, "I've never been on a yacht because I'm broke and I'm trash."
I know.
I just thought of that because I was thinking about the yacht and stuff. I don't really have like a super shady moment because most of it was shady with Brent.
Yeah.
I think so. I'll just say the whole yacht scene.
Everything.
Yeah, whole yacht day.
I had the comment I brought up before about Brent saying Billy's a good-looking dude. He looks like a turtle.
The turtle.
That was a shady
was
moment.
bad.
The other shadiest moment, which is he was just being funny, but when Alex kissed Sara, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, she has what did he say? He said something about her lips and all the filler in it."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's so great. Like
he knows. Yeah.
So I was like, that's.
But he was like, "I like it, but yeah, it's all filler." And I was like, okay.
So next episode, we already talked a little bit about it. Kyle's giving Brent another chance for some reason. He feels bad for him. Mm-hmm. And you see him talking to Brent, and Brent's like, "Would any of these people hang out with me after this?" And Kyle's like, "Yeah, I would." I'm like, why are you setting yourself up for this? Billy kisses somebody at the club.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see.
I think so. Like you said, I hope that this doesn't throw Sara into like a spiral where she goes back to Brent, because she keeps saying like, "Oh, like I'm an independent woman, like I can do whatever I want, I can have fun." I hope that's what she means, because like if you didn't want anything serious with Billy, you shouldn't be upset by this, and please don't go running back to Brent. You don't need a man.
Yeah, she didn't really seem that into Billy, now that I think about it. Like she obviously wanted him on that yacht or whatever, but when they were having that chat together, she was like, "Yeah, we'll see." Like you could tell she was like, "You're okay."
Yeah, so hopefully this doesn't send her into that. And then it seems like Mike is going to be the ambassador that takes care of this next VIP guest who needs swim trunks.
Yes.
And Mike has some to share with him, but he's not wearing anything underneath them.
Yeah.
So
and he just
takes them
all out.
But then you see a security guard come up and like tap him on the shoulder. So I'm like, oh no. Hopefully he's not getting sent home. Hopefully he's just getting sent home to like the villa to put on some clothes. Yeah. Not like home.
Like, why wouldn't he just go into the like restroom and change there and like get a towel? Or I'm sure they have like a shop around, and he could just go to Panos and be like, "I need a new bathing suit.
Yeah.
Like the VIP host needs mine."
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So okay, let me see what else we have in the chat before we go. Kayla Martinez, this is just random. Lindsay's big thing against Kayla was for saying she was taking other people's job. Now she reveals there's only going to be a top 4. That's an interesting thought. Yeah. It's not a competition, but we're only keeping 4 out of 10 of you guys.
Very hypocritical.
Yes. So
it's an unpredictable show, and Lindsay's unpredictable.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Maddie, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Maddie Pocks. Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thanks to Meg, Kayla, and Mike, our own Mike Thieling, for joining us in the live chat. I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me all over social media at AthleChick. And until next week, guys, we'll see ya.
See ya. Thanks, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.